Ladies and gentlemen, boy oh boy, do we have a lot of stuff to talk about within today's video, and I'm just going to start off the video by saying this. This is what happens to Activision, to Call of Duty, the entire franchise in general, when you continue to lie to us, when you continue to put money over the actual gaming experience, when you continue to just bullshit every damn time you just put out a tweet or whatever. This is exactly what happens. We have so many tweets to go over within today's video. We have patch notes to go over. We just have so much that I would really appreciate if you guys could hit that like button, subscribe, and most importantly, comment your thoughts down below, because I would love to know what you guys think down there, because it's insane how bad this launch for Black Ops 7 actually is. We all knew it had a possibility to be very bad with Battlefield 6 and Arc Raiders and all of their success, but man, this is very surprising. So let's get into it. I want to start off with this tweet right here from Charlie Intel himself. It says, Call of Duty Black Ops 7 launch weekend sales were 50% lower compared to Black Ops 6 in Europe across physical and digital sales. He also says Black Ops 7 sales were also 63% lower than Battlefield 6 in Europe. Holy shit, ladies and gentlemen, these numbers are insane. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I expected the numbers to be pretty bad, but I expected maybe 10%, maybe at most 20% lower compared to last year's Call of Duty or previous Call of Duties in the past, but 50% lower compared to Black Ops 6, 63% lower compared to Battlefield 6 in Europe is absolutely wild. Now, you guys know I'm from the United States, okay? Chicago, the best city in the world. Bear down. We're getting a W this weekend. Mark it down right here, right now. I'm very eager to see what the numbers are in the United States, but it doesn't matter because Europe plays a lot of Call of Duty themselves. 50% is insane. 63% compared to Battlefield 6 is insane. And I think it just shows you guys that the Call of Duty community has had enough of Activision's bullshit, had enough of their lies. I mean, we already saw it 2 days before the launch of the game. They're already starting to roll or rug pull the freaking SBMM in the game, and everybody knows it's not the same as the beta. There's clearly strict SBMM in Call of Duty Black Ops 7. There's a lot of people that are going to tell you that's not true. It is. Do your own test. It's just the facts. But people are having enough. They're having enough with this game, and they rather play or spend their money on other games that actually give out a good product, like Battlefield 6 or Arc Raiders, because we all know Black Ops 7 also is a DLC, and charging us, the Call of Duty community, $70 for another DLC. We already experienced it in 2022 and 2023 with MW2 and MW3, and now we're experiencing it yet again with Black Ops 6 and Black Ops 7. $70 is ridiculous, and people know that, especially now with how expensive everything is, they're not going to spend money on that. Now, I want to make sure I put this tweet in here because this does bring up a very good point, and I want to make sure I put it in the video to be as transparent as possible. This is from a guy named Cam the Man. It's right under this Twitter thread. He says, I also think Game Pass has affected sales of both BO6 and BO7. In 2024, BO6 lost $300 million because of Game Pass. Obviously, BO7 seemed like a failure from the beginning due to the interest being at an all-time low, especially with how BO6 ruined people's perception with COD. It's a shame because BO7 is an improvement over BO6 with great zombies, endgame is pretty fun, and multiplayer seems to go back to the basics with open matchmaking. I disagree with the open matchmaking, but multiplayer by far is definitely better than BO6. It says, however, as I said, the COD fatigue is real, and Battlefield 6 is the first BF game in history to actually outsell COD this year. He has a very good point with Game Pass. Very good point with Game Pass. It is a possibility that that has affected some sales. But what makes me feel very skeptical about that situation is Game Pass increased their prices as well. I believe it's $20 a month for the PC version or $15 a month for the PC version. If you want to think about that entire situation, 4 months, if it's $20, you're already paying more money than if you were just to get the game in general. Or if it's $15 a month, 5 months, you're already paying more than if you just bought the game out front. So I truly think that not many people are going to Game Pass for Call of Duty nowadays, because at the end of the day, you're paying more money the more you play it for every single month you go. So I did want to include that because it is a possibility. We have to see the numbers of how many people are currently playing the game if they're going to release that. I don't know if they will, to be able to do a easy comparison of the past few years of Call of Duty, but these numbers do not help. I also want to put this in here. It says, wouldn't chuck it down to game quality despite the hate. I just think the average consumer isn't going to spend $140 on 2 games in a 2-month span. He's talking about Battlefield 6 and Black Ops 7 right there. Shit campaign didn't help either. Very good point. Like I said, money is very important to a lot of people. Everybody, I would feel like, right? And $70 for a video game is already very expensive. And I think most people wouldn't want to spend their money on a game that looks like a DLC. We've seen it in the past. We're seeing it now. It's not just me saying it. I don't know how people think this is not a DLC. I think it clearly is. This is what Black Ops 6 was supposed to be. And unfortunately, you had to buy Black Ops 6, which was clearly an unfinished product that they claimed was a 4-year developed game. That was $70. And now you're getting what Black Ops 6 should have been for another $70 when it should have just been a free update because of how bad last year's Call of Duty was. Just my honest opinion. And $140. You either spend 70 or you spend 140. I think most people would rather spend 70, and if it's on, you know, Battlefield 6, or if they're gonna spend the $40 for Arc Raiders and just say, hey, Call of Duty, it's nothing new, it's still brain rot, you guys are lying, just still bullshitting, I'm not gonna buy your game. I think that's what happens. And just to make a little bit more fun of this entire situation, Mr. Kell's game says, indeed, too big to fail. How did this age? And he shows the tweets of Charlie Intel saying Activision executives reportedly aren't too worried about Battlefield 6. As they believe Call of Duty is too big to fail. The arrogance is insane. Now, I want to make sure we cover this because this is going to be in the patch notes. I got the patch notes right here, as you guys can see, but I want to make sure we cover this tweet right here because this got a lot of mixed reviews, in my opinion. And I want to give you guys my honest thoughts, and then we'll go over all the patch notes, which I do think are very, you know, good changes to Black Ops 7. You guys know I like the multiplayer. I've been screaming for some basic changes, which I hope the patch notes cover, but this is one of those changes I was not a fan of. Charlie Intel says Treyarch will be slightly increasing aim assist strength at certain ranges in Black Ops 7 ahead of Season 1 launch after feedback. Me personally, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know who was screaming for the aim assist to come back. I know a lot of people claim they had no aim assist whatsoever. I said in the past, I just think you just were being carried by rotational aim assist, OP aim assist the last few years. You just had to get better. I feel like after a few games, it was pretty easy to get used to, and I felt it was a very good skill gap to have to learn and get better. Obviously, something happened. The casuals were losing their mind. I guess I didn't see it. I have no idea. I didn't even know there were casuals still playing this game. I don't know why they had to increase aim assist. Now, I know it says slightly. They like to use their words. I don't know what slightly means, how much. Hopefully, the patch notes cover it. Why do we have to do it at certain ranges? I thought it was great. I thought it was awesome. I think with the TTK being as fast as ever, especially with some of the guns, it was awesome to have less aim assist in the game, and I felt like even for mouse and keyboard players, they enjoyed it and it made it more playable for them. But one of those things I wanted to know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you guys think aim assist was good, or are you happy about this, you know, buff in aim assist? Let me know. But let's go into these patch notes. November 21st, they released this. Preseason patch notes before Season 1. The first thing I start off with is aim assist. This is perfect. He says, we intentionally took a big swing with our aim assist changes between beta and launch. Now that we've had time to collect data and player feedback, we're making a slight adjustment as we do with all aspects of gameplay over time to hit our targets and address the wide range of feedback. Black Ops 7 launched with a new right stick aiming requirement for achieving maximum rotational aim assist strength when the right stick isn't used or isn't tracking a target effectively. Players now experience a minimal rotational aim assist strength. At launch, the minimum rotational aim assist was at 35% reduction from the beta. Our goal for this new mechanic and our other aim assist range changes is to provide the most competitive experience for all players and inputs. This slightly overshot our balance target, so we're making a small tuning adjustment to minimum rotational aim assist. So they basically reduced it from 35% to 25%. So they're going to basically increase rotational aim assist help for you guys. Mainly, it doesn't tell us what ranges, whether it's medium, long, all ranges. I don't know. A lot of people are going to be very, you know, mixed reviewed on that entire situation. And we're going to have to play the game, see how that is. But obviously, very big change. Weapons. Thank the Lord. We're going to be seeing some weapon tuning that is definitely needed. Okay, we're going to be talking about the M15 to start. Thank the Lord, we all know this gun was broken with how fast this thing could shoot. It would beat out SMGs up close, and it would fry other guns at distance. It was just one of the guns where everyone was using it. There was no reason to use anything else, and it's insane. So, up close, the damage went from 22 to 21, but the range went up. So, I guess I don't know why the range went up for that. Who knows? But the medium damage went down from 21 to 19, which is good. The minimum damage went to 18 to 17, which is awesome. We got a lot of different changes to the sprint to fire time increase, which is great. Everything, basically this gun got nerfed to the ground, which is fucking phenomenal. This is what we needed. And you know, the recoil got increased, the view kick got increased. So the M15 is probably not going to be the meta whatsoever, which was needed. I don't know why it took so long, or why they even went from the beta to the launch of this game to then finally make these changes. They knew it was the meta and the beta, and they launched it as the meta for the fucking launch of this game. I don't know. Doesn't make sense. AK-27 also got nerfed to the ground. As you guys can see, the changes to this. If you guys want to look at that, I'm not going to go through everything because this video would just take forever, and you guys can read this right here with the additional adjustments with sprint to fire time. Basically, the ARs got nerfed. MXR didn't do any changes to the damage or anything, but just increased the sprint to fire time, and ADS movement speed reduced. Maverick, thank God, also got nerfed, but barely. It seems like up close it went down just one little health point up close, which is not that big of a deal. I feel like most people should get some kills. Oh wait, I like that actually, because now a one burst doesn't kill up front, because it's 33. You get 100 if you're full health, and you get one bursted like right in front of the guy. You don't die in one burst because you still have 1 HP point left, and you can still win it if you're an SMG player. So I kind of like that. Also got some additional, you know, adjustments to that if you guys want to read those. The Mirage had some additional adjustments, nothing to the damage or anything, which is cool. Now the SMGs, big point. I didn't see anybody using SMGs. It was basically unplayable to use this gun medium to long range. I mean, up close it was nice, but still sometimes you get beat out by an AR, which should not happen. But these things were unusable from medium to long range, and we're finally starting to see some buffs. So basically I think all of these got buffed. So we got the damage increase here, which is kind of weird though. I feel like maybe, damn dude, the damage is still pretty ass. Range 2 is 15. I mean, do the math on that, how many bullets you have to hit with that thing. I understand they're an SMG, but good God, 15? 13 at the maximum? I mean, I guess, I don't know, maybe I'm tweaking. RK9, this is the burst one. This one makes sense. If it's going to be a burst, it should have high damage, you know, a little bit higher damage than the other ones with higher rates of fire. But again, the range is just increasing, which is nice with a lot of these other changes. Make sure you guys look at these changes as well if you guys want to check them out with the barrels and stuff. So, so damage range is getting adjusted with the barrels. Okay, that's good. That's cool. I like that. That definitely was needed with the barrels and with trying to get more damage at range. Razor got bumped up a little bit. Bumped up, dude. 11 damage at range. You gotta shoot a guy 9 times. Even 9 shots doesn't kill a dude at range. 9 shots? Are you serious? That's kind of crazy, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how you guys feel about that. 9 shots with an SMG at long range. That's crazy, bro. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Where's that minimum damage? No, that's long distance. Crazy. But everything, I like these changes though. They're increasing the damage range and increasing or decreasing the recoil with all these. I like that. I like that a lot. The Dravik, which is OP as hell still. So you're getting a little bit changes to the range. Nothing else though with the barrel increases or whatever. That's awesome. I like that. The gun's already one of the best SMGs, probably the best SMG. This one, the Carbon 57. I like this gun. I think it looks beautiful. I love the iron sights. And obviously it just makes me feel like I'm using the PDW and the MP5 at the same time. But range increase, but all of these changes are what's most important with the barrels. Always good. And the MSMC or the MPC 25, same thing. They're not really changing the damage. It's mainly just the attachments which are helping with the damage. It's going to be interesting to see. I got to do some testing with those and stuff like that. But I'm glad that the SMGs are getting buffed. I'm glad the ARs are getting nerfed. That was definitely needed for multiplayer. Marksman rifles, you guys can look at these real quick if you guys really want to. I'm not one that likes to use these as long as they're not OP as hell. I was getting slammed by other ones or something earlier against a guy that could have been wall hacking, you know, first day of the game, but I don't know. Pistols, if you guys really care about that, you could slow it down if you guys really want to see it. I don't know why this is getting, I mean, I guess, yeah, that way. Is this a burst pistol? I don't even know, but they lowered the damage there. So multiplayer, the UI, they increased the viewable minimap area. This was a huge problem with a lot of people. The minimap basically was useless unless you had to use vigilance, so they made it from 10% to 15%. Field upgrades, the drone pod. Oh my lord, ladies and gentlemen, the drone pod. One of the most annoying things in this game. Increased drone pod charge time from 2.5 to 3 minutes. They reduced drone pod active drone duration from 10 to 8 seconds. Reduced drone pod damage from 60 to 50. How about just get it out of the fucking game? My honest opinion. Get it out of the game. It's a waste of time. Waste of time. Score streaks, hand cannon increase the ammo. Reduce ammo for extended mag. LDBR increase missile count. Modes. I wish for the score streaks they would make it, you know, a little quicker for like the Hellstorm. The Hellstorm's animation takes like 10 seconds. It's basically useless. Everybody runs inside and there's nobody outside. Already with maps that have terrible, you know, availability for score streaks in the air sometimes, but in my opinion. Adjusted free-for-all spawn influencer size for all maps to address bad spawn issues. Why only free-for-all? I don't know. There's bad spawns in the entire game. We'll see. Challenges, you guys can read that. Stability, various crash and stability updates. That really tells us a lot. Thank you, Treyarch. And then zombies, if you guys want to look at that. I don't play zombies. Not really my thing, especially campaign. Get the fuck out of here. I don't care about that. Global daily challenges, address an issue. Multiplayer challenges. Maps, address some locations where players could get into unintended locations. That's nice for Scar Flagship, Colossus, Hijack, and Toshin. Nice. Like to see that. That was another issue I was never really addressed in the video, but I was concerned with. We all saw in like Advanced Warfare where you can get out into places that you weren't supposed to. I'm glad that they're making that change because that would be annoying as hell. But same thing, all this stuff, and I think that's about it for today. So, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of good news, a lot of scary news for Call of Duty itself with these sales, man. I hope that I hope this is just a kick in the ass, man. I hope that this is one of those things where they see it and like, holy hell, we're actually down bad this year. Next year's not going to help with GTA 6 being released. We really need to start listening to the community. How about number one? First thing to you guys, Treyarch. It's a very easy thing for you guys to do. Don't lie to us. Don't lie to us. You already know we are not very happy with you with the past few years. You already know we're not happy with you. So the fact you would even go out there and lie about matchmaking is kind of insane. You guys are very smart. You choose words very smartly, if that's even the right word to use. Very, very smart way of choosing your words in ways that you can kind of be like, well, we said it like this, so it doesn't really mean that or whatever. You told us it was classic matchmaking in the beta. I saw this in Blanchard's video yesterday. It was classic matchmaking in the beta. We got into a game within a few seconds in the beta. The ping was always very, very low, just like the old days of Call of Duty, and we played anybody. Honestly, like Blanchard said, I think there was no SBMM in the beta. I really don't think there was any SBMM. It was a great time. Good players, bad players, average players, but the ping was phenomenal. Best, most smooth gaming experience I've had in a very long time. Now the game gets launched. I gotta keep bringing this up. People always get upset with me bringing this up. It's a huge issue because you guys are getting fucking lied to. It's time to wake up and realize this company is bullshit, and you gotta keep calling it out because they really do have a good potential game here when it comes to multiplayer, and they're just gonna screw it all over because they don't know how to just be honest. They will launch the game, and instead of getting to a match instantly, it takes 20 seconds, 30 seconds, 40 seconds, longer than that. Ping is low, high, low again, medium, high, low, low, high, medium. Every game felt different, and if you even did good, if you made people rage on the other team because you were slapping them, but at the end of the game, there were still, let's say, 9 people in the lobby, 6 on your team, 3 on the enemy team, they would disband you. The person that did very good in the game, they would disband you from the lobby, even though they told us there was no disbanding lobbies. All right, there was no disbanding lobbies. Happened to me live on stream 3 times. I was playing Open TDM when they had the Open TDM playlist alone. So there's no reason for me to disband from lobbies. They disbanded me every time. I did very well. Kind of insane that they're gonna go out and literally blatantly lie to everybody. It's ridiculous. Now I'm hoping after these sales numbers, you guys wake up over there. Treyarch, Activision, it's time to wake up because you already know you're on thin fucking ice. Just be honest with us. Be upfront. Get rid of SBMM. Stop bullshitting. Get rid of it and focus on your game. Don't even worry about the store this year. Clearly, I know you guys want your money, but fuck that. You're losing people. That's how you lose all your money. Focus on the game. Be better. Do better. All you gotta do, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I would love to know your guys' honest thoughts and opinions. Make sure you guys hit that like button, slap it like it did something dirty to you. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. You guys have a great day. Stay blessed. I'm out this bitch. Peace.